Welcome to the World Register. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. Reuters news agency reports that the democracy movement in Chinese-ruled Hong Kong is facing a dark era, according to student protester leader Joshua Wong. An appeal court will decide tomorrow whether to send him and two other activists to prison. Hong Kong is a former British colony that has been under Chinese Communist Party rule for 20 years. 3 months of protests in 2014 failed to convince China's leaders to allow full democracy in the densely populated city. The protests cemented the then 17-year-old's role at the forefront of the democracy movement, which has been on a roller coaster over the past year. The ride peaked with young candidates being elected onto the local legislature before crashing down with a series of government-initiated lawsuits that ended with several being stripped of their seats. Mr. Wong, now 20, who was sentenced to 80 hours of community service for illegal assembly connected to the 2014 protests before prosecutors sought a prison term, said the legal challenges had hit morale hard. Mr. Wong said, quote, "It is the darkest era of the Hong Kong democratic movement," end quote. Reuters news agency reports work crews in Baltimore, Maryland took down 4 monuments of the Civil War Confederacy on Wednesday before dawn. Monuments including one of Robert E. Lee, commander of the Confederate Army in the American Civil War, and Thomas Stonewall Jackson, a Confederate general, were dismantled overnight and taken from Wyman Park, Dell, after the city council on Monday approved the removal. Baltimore Mayor Kathleen Pugh said she and the city council decided to carry out the removals, quote, quickly and quietly. Video footage showed images of the large statues of General Lee and General Jackson on horseback being carried off on a flatbed truck. And RT reports that the U.S. Coast Guard is searching for 5 people who were on board a U.S. Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter that went down in the Pacific Ocean west of the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Wheeler Army Airfield reported losing contact with the helicopter late Tuesday night, and the Coast Guard acknowledged the search and rescue effort on Wednesday morning. Debris believed from the helicopter was spotted about 2 miles west of Kiana Point, Oahu, around 11:30 p.m. local time on Tuesday. Multiple ships and aircraft are taking part in the operation, which also involves the U.S. Army and the Honolulu Fire Department. Lieutenant Colonel Curtis Kellogg, public affairs officer for the U.S. Army's 25th Infantry Division, told the Associated Press that 2 Black Hawks from the 25th Combat Aviation Brigade were on a routine training mission between Kiana Point and Dillingham Airfield. The search began immediately after one of the crews lost visual and video contact with the other helicopter.